Hey guys, Andy here. Over the course of the day, I've seen a lot of videos about Gen Alpha, as in the iPad kids. Now, I made a video about that back in January. It's called "iPad Kids Are a Disease," and and you guys had like well, I can't talk today. It's got 32 likes on it. I guess you guys agree with me on this because over the course of over a few years, I've seen a lot of kids on an iPad, even at my job no less too. I think the other day, I think it was like a Sunday, or was it Saturday? I don't remember, but it was the weekend. I saw a little girl and her mom, and I saw the little girl on her iPad. Now I've seen a few iPad kids over the course of a few years at my job, and because they're raised on that, and plus content farming on YouTube, yeah, kids seem to enjoy that, and they enjoy repetitive content that requires little to no attention span whatsoever. Now, thank God I was raised during the birth of the iPad, like the genesis of the iPad. Sure, I was raised by technology, but I was raised by my parents and by technology, so it's like half and half. So I'm not brain rotted. Thank God for that. Now, given that this current generation, the Gen Alpha, it's doomed. I mean, over the course of the next few years, these Gen Alpha I can't talk today. I can't even talk today. Gen Alpha kids, they'll be brain rotted. Well, their brains are rotted anyway because of these memes like Skibbity Toilet, Phantom Tax, Ohio, Giat. Yeah, those are the Gen Alpha phrases here. And Skibbity Toilet is the Gen Alpha's first meme. Now, I hope to God I'm not obsessed with this because I'm a functioning human being. But these kids, however, they're scrolling on their mom's iPad, scrolling through TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Yeah, I think that's the main three of content farming. Mostly on YouTube Shorts and less too, because I've seen a lot of repetitive content from Skibbity Toilet, BeamNG Drive, especially from BeamNG Drive because I've seen a lot of YouTubers playing BeamNG Drive, like YBR. He's a BeamNG YouTuber. Even Jacksepticeye. Oh, sorry guys. It says I forgot to mute that. But anyway, my guess these kids will never break away from this because they got an iPad addiction. It's just crazy how these iPad kids are so glued to the iPad, much how we, the previous generation, were glued to the TV. Like on Saturday morning cartoons, those are the days, man. These iPad kids won't experience that. Oh, they will though. They watch Coco Melon and whatever popular kids characters at the time. And not just only these memes like Skibbity Toilet. In fact, the Wiggles are doing this too. Yes, they're doing this because they're partnering with Baby Shark and that's it. They're partnering with Baby Shark. They stooped so low. Yeah, I'm mad at these guys right now because they ran out of ideas for God's sake. Yeah, they're doing these nursery rhymes and whatnot. Yeah, they're. I'm not going to show you it because I don't want to get copyright striked. But what you guys can see it. The animation looks cheap, looks flash animation-y, whatever it is. God, they're doing this, aren't they? Create a playlist. And they got a playlist dedicated to Baby Shark. Yeah. It's like the most ambitious crossover I've ever seen in my life. Even a friend of mine loves Baby Shark. I mean, come on. A friend of mine on YouTube. I'm not gonna say his name. I know you know who you are, right? Yeah, they partner with these nursery rhyme companies. Yeah, nursery rhymes. Even kids channels these days cater to Gen Alpha. This is like a general consensus right now because I'm talking about iPad kids, Gen Alpha. Yeah, I think this could be a follow up. This could be a follow up video to my iPad kids are a disease video. Yeah, and I'll put the I'll put the video called iPad kids are a disease in the Instagram of this video. Now, given Gen Alpha as a whole, these guys won't make it in life. Because once they hit 18 years old, they won't get a job because they're not learning at school. Given the pandemic back in 2020, it started all this too. The COVID pandemic started this. Yeah, kids were forced to learn virtually, which I can understand though. But like they do that like in the morning, and then rest of the day they're on the iPad watching Cocomelon and whatnot. Good thing I didn't experience this as a kid, because if I did that, I'd be screwed for life, man. Besides, Gen Alpha kids won't have no social skills, or real life skills for that matter, because once you take their precious iPad away, they'll just snap. Well, my guess, I think there's some Gen Alpha kids who learn to use it in moderation, but most of them, as in the rest of Gen Alpha, don't know moderation. They had no restrictions. When I was growing up, I used to have restrictions on my phone, video games, everything, which is a good thing. I thank my mom and dad for that. Without them restricting what I did as a kid, I'd be screwed up. What this day my dad wants to restrict everything on my phone. In fact, I'm going off topic here. When he visited down here, he wanted to restrict my phone usage. I just held my tongue for that. I'm no longer a little kid for one thing. I'm almost 25 years old here. And he wants to restrict my phone usage? I pay my phone bill, Dad. I pay my phone bill monthly. I couldn't even go for 2 minutes without him badgering me about that. I'm almost 25 years old. You can't trust me with that. Sorry, I got off topic here. I just wanted to let y'all know that. Yeah, my guess he's like old school when it comes to parenting. Yeah, but these days with Gen Alpha, for those of you who grew up in like during the a millennial slash Gen Z era, you have kids of your own. I'm pretty sure you learned moderation as well when you were growing up. My guess you gotta put that moderation to your kids. Otherwise, they'll be brain dead, content farming watching. It'll be just a stupid all the way. As I said, Gen Alpha is doomed as a generation. And I've seen a lot of videos about Gen Alpha. And they're using all these words like skibidi toilet, Ohio, Riz, phantom tax, backrooms. And it's affected their mental health. Even these guys become illiterate too. Because all they do all day after they get home from school is get on the iPad. I mean, they're neglecting their responsibilities for one thing though. Thank God I wasn't born in that generation. I'm well rounded, thank you. I used to go outside all the time when I was a kid. Those were the days, buddy. Those were the days. And nowadays, kids won't experience going outside. Well, I guess they're forced to by their parents because they can't because they want to go because they don't want to go outside. Yeah, it's just crazy. In my defense, Gen Alpha, if the iPad didn't exist, Gen Alpha would have been a decent generation. But since the birth of the iPad way back in the glorious year of 2010, and mind you, I was in like 5th grade at the time when the iPad first came out. So yeah, that's my follow-up video on iPad kids are a disease / Gen Alpha / iPad kids are doomed. So that's it. I'll see you guys later. And subscribe so you don't become an iPad kid. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.